Hello folks and welcome to your 2H Fire TV device. Today we're going to go over how to install tivimate. It's a program for the 2H TV cable service. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go into file length from here, so if you go directly to your file length or if you go in through Firestarter, we're going to go into file length. Alright, we'll go ahead and open the store. If you've been in FileLink a number of times, you'll know the messages that pop up. This one, it tells you it's a two-part installation process. And then we'll also have in a moment the newsletter from FileLink pop up here that we'll also click dismiss on. Alright, while we're waiting for that, we're going to scroll down. There's that message. Dismiss it, and we'll keep scrolling down until we get into the 2H TV app section. And then we're going to go ahead and install tivimate. Bring it up a little bit so we can see it. Alright, part 1 download. We'll scroll down and select it again so we can go ahead and install it. Alright, scroll down to install. Now in order to use this does not sign in with your username and password directly. This signs in with the M3U URL. So you'll be able to find this information in the client area of your 2htronics.com website, or in the activation email that you receive, you'll receive it in there as well. Alright, it's installed. We'll go ahead and open the app. First thing it's going to ask us to do is go ahead and add a playlist, so we'll go ahead and select it. And then we'll enter URL, and from here we'll go ahead and type in that URL. Alright, once you have that URL typed in, go ahead and hit next. And then over on the right hand side, you'll see it say next already highlighted. Select next. And it's going to process, and if it's incorrect, if you type it incorrect, it will give you an error at this stage. Once it's complete, it will then load the playlist name, which we're going to change and make it a little shorter and recognizable. Alright, it's been processed, so we'll go ahead and select playlist name. We're going to erase what's in here, and we'll just simply name it 2HTV. Alright, we'll select next, and then we'll say done. Alright, and it will now added that playlist. So next thing we need to do now, on your remote, we're going to scroll left, and you'll see the playlist down here, but we'll hit the left button again. We're going to click settings so we can add in the TV guide information. So we'll come down to TV guide. We're in a general TV guide URL. This is the EPG URL listed in your client area and in your activation email. So this is going to be slightly different than the M3U URL. All right, we're going to enter that URL again. We'll type that in. Once we get that in, we'll be ready to go. All right, once you get that in, we'll hit next, hit OK. Two things on this we want to do to make sure this stays up to date. So we want to turn on these two updates here. So update TV guide on playlist change. We want that turned on, and update TV guide on app start. We also want that turned on. This will ensure that the guide automatically refreshes periodically. We'll wait for the TV guide to finish updating, and then we'll go in and show you the application itself. Alright, so we're up to date. We can go ahead and back out of here. And at this point, we're ready to start using the service. So we'll come down and select one of the sections here. We'll go into, say, USA TV. So once you're on the category, you can go ahead and scroll right. It will bring you into the TV guide itself. All right, so if you've noticed A&E, it's highlighted dark blue. That will let you know what channel you're on. You'll see the channel gets a little larger as you go down. All right, so this, you can scroll up and down the channels through the guide. Once you select the channel, it comes full screen. You can turn the channel up and down along with this. On your remote, you now have a back button feature. So if you press the left arrow on your remote, it'll take you to the previous channel you were watching. If you hit the up and down keys on your remote, it'll turn your channel up and down. If you hit the right key, it will take you back into the guide. From the guide itself, if you want to save some favorites, you'll hit the right arrow and you'll see add to favorites. You'll select add to favorite, and we'll favorite a couple channels here. We'll show you how you can view those favorites. All right, so once you've added a few channels to your favorites, you can come down to the group options and select this option here, show favorites only. Once that's selected, you can back out and it'll show you just your favorites from whichever category you're in. And you can set your favorites for each category. So if you only want the Tampa stations from the USA local stations, you can set the favorites for the Tampa stations, and then it will only show you the stations from the Tampa area. You don't watch but maybe a handful of stations from the USA station. You don't want to see all 350 channels. You can do the same in there. All right, so we'll turn this off. Go back into the regular stations. And that's pretty much it with this here. There's a couple other features that you can turn on. You can look into the advanced functions and kind of customize this to your liking. But that's it. Again, thank you guys. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me in the group or directly via phone or text. If you need any assistance with this at all, we can also set up a remote session to get you set up on this. All right, thank you. We'll see you on the next one.